It's mock draft season, and today we're back with another edition of the Jets Report, bringing you version 2.0 of our New York Jets mock draft. I'm your host, and in this simulation, we're walking through 5 total picks. The Jets hold the number 2 overall selection, another first-rounder at pick 16, 2 second-round picks at 33 and 44, and a 4th-round pick at 103. The 3rd-rounder is gone due to the Haas and Reddick trade, but even so, 4 picks inside the top 45 gives the Jets a massive opportunity to reshape this roster quickly. With Dante Moore returning to Oregon, the dynamics at the top of the draft shift a bit, making that number 2 overall pick especially fascinating. But before we get into it, if you're a die-hard Jets fan, make sure you're subscribed to Jetstream News. We're your go-to source for daily engaging content on all things. Help us reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers this offseason by hitting that subscribe button now. Welcome to the Jetstream News Channel, your New York Jets news channel. Here you will find fresh news, and to follow everything, don't forget to subscribe. Today, only 20.2% are subscribed to our channel. Help us by sharing, so that the news reaches many more people. Let's go to today's news. If you enjoy Jets mock drafts, make sure to hit that like button. These are some of the most fun videos to do, especially in a year like this where the Jets could realistically go in several different directions at the very top: elite edge rusher, defensive playmaker, even a surprise position. Trade down scenarios are coming in a future video, but for now, let's dive into Mock Draft 2.0. With the 2nd overall pick, we're sticking with Ohio State and selecting edge defender Arvell Reese. Reese is one of the more intriguing prospects in this class because his physical tools jump off the page. He's big, explosive, and extremely versatile. Earlier in his college career, he was viewed primarily as an inside linebacker, but this past season, Ohio State moved him outside, where he played more of a true edge role. The production was solid: 6.5 sacks, 10 tackles for loss, 69 total tackles, and 2 passes defended. He does a good job getting his hands up in passing lanes and disrupting throwing windows. From a trait standpoint, Reese checks many boxes: size, strength, speed, and he's already played in a pro-style defensive scheme under Matt Patricia. That said, there are still some questions. His change of direction and zone coverage instincts aren't fully refined, and you'll occasionally see him get washed out of plays. One honest critique is that when you watch Ohio State's tape, Reese doesn't always dominate visually. He makes plays, but he isn't consistently the guy who steals the screen every snap. When people talk about Reese, the most common comparisons are Micah Parsons and Abdul Carter. I understand the versatility comparison playing inside and outside, but athletically, that's a very high bar. Parsons and Carter are true outliers, with rare closing speed and constant backfield disruption. Reese is explosive, no doubt, but not quite in that same generational tier. Still, the Jets could make a statement early in the draft by leaning heavily into defense. Considering how rough that unit was last season, rebuilding the trenches makes a lot of sense. Some fans might prefer a safety at number 2, which sounds crazy on paper until you remember someone like Kyle Hamilton, an all-pro caliber player who changed the game. That said, for this mock, stay with Ohio State. At pick 16, the Jets select Sonny Styles, another Buckeye defender, and one I'm personally very hot on. Styles has an imposing frame, reminds me a lot of
Ladies and gentlemen,
lining up all over before settling into more of a traditional middle linebacker role this past season. Speed is the one lingering question, and his 40s might even matter, but his instincts and coverage are excellent. PFF backs that up. His overall grade sits at 87, with standout marks on run defense and coverage. He wasn't used much of a pass rusher, so that grade doesn't tell the whole story, but as a true linebacker, Styles is one of the best in the country. There's no real reason the Jets couldn't come out of round 1 with both Reese and Styles. Reese would likely protect his defender at level, while Styles anchors the middle. Together, they were cornerstone pieces of the elite Ohio State defense, and I have zero reason at spending their first 2 picks on that side of the ball. Moving into round 2 at pick 33, the Jets select Kaden McDonald, a massive defensive tackle. Run-stuffing interior linemen rarely go in round 1 unless they bring elite pass rush upside, which is why McDonald likely slides. He's not a flashy sack artist, but he still recorded 3 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and 65 tackles. At around 6'6" and 330 pounds, he's an absolute load inside. His job is simple: eat double T's, clog running lanes, and make life easier for linebackers. Pairing McDonald with players like Quentin Williams and rotating edge rusher could transform this defensive front quickly. Even though the Jets' secondary might be the weakest part of the roster, the fastest way to help defensive backs is by dominating the line of scrimmage. Load up front, speed up quarterbacks, and suddenly coverage becomes a lot easier. With Jermaine Johnson, Will McDonald, and Reese rotating off the edge, the Jets could deploy a dangerous three-man rotation, similar to how teams stack pass rushers to keep everyone fresh. Before continuing, I want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, Prize Picks. Trying something new can be intimidating, but it always feels good to be right. With non-stop playoff action and basketball matchups almost every night, Prize Picks puts you in the store. Download the app today and use promo code CLNS to get $50 in money after your first $5 entry. They even offer early payouts when you cash out before games end and games start live. Back to the draft. At pick 44, the Jets addressed the secondary by selecting A.J. Holly, the safety out of LSU. Holly is his own setup. He plays with visible emotion, brings contagious energy, and celebrates every big play. That kind of presence matters, especially for a defense searching for identity. Holly transferred from New Mexico to Houston before landing at LSU, where he thrived in SEC competition. This past season, he recorded 3 interceptions, 89 tackles, and strong coverage metrics. His run defense grade sat near 78, while his coverage grade climbed close to 89. He allowed just over 61% completions when targeted and didn't commit a single penalty. Clean, physical, high-energy football. In round 4 at pick 103, the Jets doubled down at safety with Jalen Kilgore from South Carolina. If he's available there, it's a steal. Kilgore has the kind of size and athletic profile that could send him soaring up draft boards after the combine. In 2025, he posted 10 pass breakups, 2 interceptions, and 54 tackles. His versatility makes him a perfect developmental piece in the secondary. Overall, this mock draft leans aggressively into defense, and that's intentional. The Jets need a cultural reset on that side of the ball. Surround your head coach Aaron Glenn with talent. Give him a real evaluation instead of playing poor personnel. Pair a revamped defense with a veteran quarterback, and suddenly this team could become respectable on both sides of the ball. If you made it all the way to the end, you're a real Jets fan, no debate. Drop your draft grade down in the comments, A, B, C, D, or F, and tell me one move you'd change if you were running this draft. Smash the like button if you want more Jets mock drafts, film breakdowns, and real draft talk, no clickbait, no nonsense. And if you're new here, hit subscribe because this Jets rebuild is just getting started. And as always, go for it, Jets. Thanks for watching.